Hello and welcome to the Kansas Pathfinder for elementary students. This Pathfinder may be used by adults and older students, although the resources used are intended for 1st through 5th grade students. I'm Ms. Hicks and I will be taking you through the resources available through the State of Kansas Library, the Liberty View Elementary Library, and the Johnson County Public Library. For users outside the state of Kansas, please request access to these resources through your state and local libraries. To begin, I will take you to the Liberty View Elementary Library Media website. On this page, you can begin your search for books on Kansas and Kansas-related topics. For example, you could search for sunflower, jayhawks, wildcats, or wheat. Not all books listed will be available at Liberty View Elementary at the time of your search, but can be borrowed from the other Blue Valley Elementary schools or the Johnson County Public Library. Please see any adult in the library to ask for help borrowing a book from other libraries. Most books on Kansas or related topics are located in our state section. If you enjoy browsing the shelves for books on Kansas or Johnson County, Kansas, look for the following Dewey Decimal numbers: 978.1 for Kansas and 978.1675 for Johnson County. Other books on Kansas will start with 978.1 and will have other numbers following that 1. So it'll be 978.1 and then whatever numbers that follow. Books with other call numbers but related to Kansas will be in the Kansas section with a sunflower sticker on the spine. Please ask any adult in the library if you need help. I have selected a few resources for you to look at. These are databases available through the State of Kansas Library and the Johnson County Public Library. Also, the Liberty View Elementary database. Each database has different types of information available, but all are helpful for elementary students. I suggest browsing for fun to get to know a database before you need to complete a research project. All computers using the internet in the state of Kansas will automatically be logged into the databases selected if they are through the state library in Kansas. All other users will need to use their state library's databases for access. Any databases through the Johnson County Public Library, which are most of these databases, will require a card number and a PIN to receive access. Please ask a parent or a guardian or another adult in your life to get a library card to your local public library. You won't regret it. So our first one is EBSCOhost. Now you get to this through the Liberty View website, or you can also go to it through other databases. And what you do is you look for the book selections, and then you're going to type in Kansas or whatever search term you need. You could type in sunflower, jayhawk, Baker University, whatever you need to look up. And once you press enter, you'll get a list of results. Now you can notice over on the left-hand side that I have selected elementary school. That means any of the results that end up in this area are going to be age appropriate for you. If you end up with all results, you're going to get books that are geared more towards adults and may not be interesting or may be too hard to read. If you have any questions about searching for different things, or if you get stuck, let me know and I'll help you out. Our next database is Britannica School, and it's the elementary edition. In this, you can search for anything. You may not find results, but if you're focused on certain things that they're likely to have lots of information on, such as Kansas or types of birds from Kansas or anything like that, you just search for it and it'll come up with facts and interesting information for you. There are also other things at the bottom that you can search for. Our next option is Searchosaurus, and this will tell you all about animals, arts and music, health, history, people and places, science, math, sports, and stories, and you can determine what reading level you need. If you don't know, you can always ask your teacher what level is best, or Ask a Librarian. We're more than happy to help out. Our next source is KidSearch, and this is actually going to go away pretty soon, but it's a good source to use while you can. In this, you can either search for your topic or you can browse by choosing one of the icons below. And you can find all sorts of really good information on here. Now I'm going to show you a few websites that I thought would be interesting for you. These are just the top couple of websites that I chose because I thought they would give you a couple of different things, and they have games and they have review activities and information on famous people and the Kanza or Kaw Indians of Kansas. Our first one is Kansas Kids. This one is brought to you by the Kansas Secretary of State. And on this website, there are coloring pages based on Kansas and then places to visit in Kansas. This one would be more geared to younger students on the coloring end and then older students on the traveling end. Our next website is kind of a fun website. It's mostly games and trivia on the state of Kansas. There are also other options available, but if you're working on a Kansas unit, it's ideal for this purpose. And our next website is called Awesome America, and this one has all sorts of facts about Kansas. So it may not give you a ton of detail, but it's going to tell you the basic information that you need. And our next website for you to visit is called the Kansas Historical Society website. And on this one, they're going to tell you all about information on famous people, information about Kansas and whatnot. And it's all going to be student activities, and you can tell that it's going to be pretty trustworthy because it's from our historical society. So usually you can believe what they have to say. And it gives you all sorts of cool information, including some Kansas trading cards. So you can learn more about famous people and kind of share the information with your friends and family. Our last website is all about the Kanza tribe, or also the Kaw. And this is pretty cool because it's actually from the Kanza tribe, and they're going to tell you all about themselves. And so it'll give you a nice peek into their lives. And there's also more information on the website beyond just some questions and answers about the Kaw. Now, our next offering is a selection of books available in our library and other libraries. This is just a small selection of books that I thought would be interesting to read and give you a good understanding of the state of Kansas, and then a little bit more. This is no substitution for browsing the bookshelves on your own and asking for help and then searching on our database online. You can type in Kansas or Kansas biographies or the name of a person that you're searching and find more books on them. I would highly suggest talking to your teacher or the librarian or even friends if they have any ideas. Browsing the shelf is another good way to find books if you find yourself stuck on something and can't find a new book. Because sometimes we don't know what to look for, and we can go to the right section and kind of browse and then get some ideas. And if you get some ideas, you could go back to the database and search for some more. I hope you've enjoyed our webcast of this Pathfinder, and if you have any questions, please come see me. I'd be more than willing to help you out. Thanks. Bye.